Hi friends, welcome to today's 15-minute yoga flow. This is a standing sequence. We are going to be strengthening and stretching the whole body. So when you're ready, we will get started in Tadasana, facing the short edge of our yoga mat. Afford yourself a moment to settle in. Spread the feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale, extend the arms overhead. And grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand, twisting to the right, finding a nice side body stretch. Exhale back to center, float the arms down. Inhale, re-extend the arms and finding a side body stretch on the other side, interlacing the left hand around the right wrist, twisting to the side, back to center and floating the arms down. From here, we will warm up the hip flexors, grounding down through the left leg, flexing the right knee, bringing the knee up to hip height and transitioning to the other side, stepping from one foot to the other, flexing and extending the hips and the knees, exploring our stability and mobility for today, recognizing that every day is different and simply accepting where we're at in this moment. A few more either side, maintaining a dignified posture. And from here we'll clasp our fingers together and we'll keep our right leg flexed, coming into some internal and external hip rotation, scooping the knee away from the midline and guiding it back towards the midline, creating some half moon shapes. Once more. And we'll ground the right foot down, flexing the left knee, drawing it towards hip height. And again, coming into those internal and external hip rotations on the left-hand side. Being mindful to keep a stable foundation in that right leg, grounding down through the heel, the ball of the foot, spreading the toes wide. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Once more. And gently guiding the left foot down to meet the right. On your next inhale, we'll float up onto the balls of our feet. Exhale, lower down, lift the toes. Inhale up onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. Exhale, lower down, lift the toes. Finding your own rhythm, flowing with the breath. Warming up the ankles, the feet, the calves, the shins. Perhaps finding a gaze, a drishti, or closing the eyes if you'd like to challenge your balance today. From here we'll interlace our fingers together, flipping the palms towards the sky, extending our arms, staying up on the toes. Breathe. If you come out of the posture, that's a wonderful opportunity to try again. Play around with your balance. Explore your energy levels today. 2 more breaths up on the balls of the toes. Gently lower down, float the arms by your side and lift up the toes. And gently release, grounding yourself for a moment in mountain pose. Re-equilibrating, letting go of any tension, any stress. On your next inhale, we'll join our palms together at heart center, or you might like to extend your arms out in front for balance. Place one forearm over the other, hands on your hips. We are going to be stepping back into crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, with the right leg, flexing the knee, lowering it down, and coming back to center. Inhale, step the leg back, lower the knee, lift, and back to center. And again, flowing with the breath. Being mindful to keep that front knee, the left knee, in line with the ankle. Knee is tracking over the second toe. Lowering the back leg down, the right leg with control. And lifting back up. Keeping the core engaged. Finding length along the back of the neck. Maybe seeing if you can relax the muscles of the face. Soften the jaw. Find your connection to the movement. Once more, and from here we'll stay down and pulse, Small movements. You might like to extend the arms out in front or overhead. Fingertips extending towards the sky, drawing up through the torso, through the arms. Small movements, really feeling the heat beginning to build in the lower body, working on scissoring those inner thighs together. We want this to be an active and mindful posture. A few more pulses. Remembering to breathe, stay down and hold. Seeing if you can get that knee a little bit lower, hovering it just off the floor. Staying high on the ball of that back foot, the right foot, the heel is lifted. A few more breaths. Seeing if you can exhale with a little bit more intention. Once more, and stepping back to Tadasana. Exhale, float the arms down by your side. Inhale, extend, join the palms together. Exhale, lower the hands to heart center. Again, taking a moment to find your hand gesture, and we'll step back with the left leg, coming into single leg lunges, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Stepping back with the left leg, lowering the knee, lifting, and stepping back to Tadasana. If you find yourself wobbling around a little bit, it can be helpful to keep a little bit of space between the width of both feet, having them hip width distance apart, more so along the line of railroad tracks as opposed to a tightrope. We want to support the functionality of the body here. Remembering to breathe. If you notice the mind wandering, that is perfectly okay. Simply guide yourself back to the breath and we'll stay down and pulse. Small movements. How low can you get that knee? This is a wonderful strengthening exercise as well as a stretch for the left hip flexor, the psoas muscles. Working on engaging the core, drawing the navel towards the spine. We're protecting the lower back. A few more pulses. Letting go, staying focused. Stay down and hold. When you begin to feel sensation build up in a particular region of the body, see if you can send your breath there. Once more, and stepping back to Tadasana. Exhale, float the arms down by your side. Taking a moment to re-establish your relationship with the breath. Arrive in this moment. When you're ready, we will transition to face the long edge of our yoga mat. Setting up for chair pose, Utkatasana, feet are hip width distance apart. On our next inhale, we're going to sink our hips back. Exhale, rise, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, sink the hips back. Exhale, squeeze and rise. When you lower, working on transitioning the weight into the heels of your feet, whilst using the rest of your feet for support. Maintaining a core activation, arms are extending long whilst maintaining length around the ears, shoulders are rolled back and down. Find that breath, mind, body connection. A few more. You guys are doing really well. Breathing through any tension, letting go of any stress, particularly around the facial muscles, letting go. One more chair sit and we'll stay down and hold. Sinking those hips back, small pulses, seeing how low you can get those glutes, shifting the weight back on the heels. Drawing the navel towards the spine, finding length along the waist, the side body. Lifting up through those fingertips, relaxing the back of the neck. Shifting the breath to wherever you feel that tension and breathing through it. We'll stay down and hold. We are not here for long. From here, we are going to stay down low, walk to the side, coming into a side squat for 2 steps, and back to the left for 2 steps, stepping right for 2, and stepping left for 2. Small movements, working on the gluteus medius here, the stabilizing muscles, and the muscles of the back, the posterior chain, working to keep us supported throughout our day. This is a wonderful exercise to generate focus, one-pointedness. From here, we'll take 2 steps to the right, stay down and pulse for 8. Small movements, sinking those hips back. Step to the left for 2, stay down and pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 steps to the right, stay down and pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. 2 steps to the left, stay down and pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, finding your own rhythm. If you'd like to speed things up or slow it down, it is entirely up to you. This is your practice. Tune in to what feels good to you today in this moment. Coming back to center. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, lower them down by your side. Well done, team. We have made it through the Utkatasana series. From here, we're going to come into some curtsy lunges, stepping back with the left leg on a diagonal, lowering down with that front right leg, back to center, and stepping the right leg back on a diagonal, coming into a double squat pulse. Back to center, coming into a squat, stepping back with the left leg, lower down for 2 pulses. Back to center, lower to a squat, squeeze the glutes in, step back with the right leg on a diagonal. Simple movement, center, squat, squeeze, to the side, lower for 2, and back to center. Squat, lift, step back with the right leg, lower the right knee, pulse for 2, back to center. Squat, squeeze, stepping back with the left leg, pulse for 2, and back to center. Just like this. A few more rounds either side, working on getting that right knee as close to the ground and the left knee as possible without touching the ground. This is a controlled movement. We're keeping the hips squared. We're using the glutes to squeeze everything together at the top. Once more, either side. And on this next round, we are going to step back with the left leg and stay down and pulse, coming into curtsy squats on the right hand side. How low can you get that left knee? Small yet powerful movements. Breathe through any tension. You have got this. Softening the muscles of the face, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears, and we'll stay down and hold, slightly hovering that left knee off the ground, staying high on the ball and the toes of the left foot. Back to center, taking 1 squat, squeeze the glutes together, this time stepping back with the right leg on a diagonal, coming into curtsy squat pulses on the left. Can you lift that torso a little more? Find that abdominal engagement, finding length across both sides of the waist, creating a stable and strong foundation, toning the body and focusing the mind. All that we cultivate in a practice on the mat, we are able to take away with us and implement into daily existence. Stay down and hold. Breathe. A few more breaths. Seeing if you can make those exhales a little more gradual, a little more drawn out. One more breath, and coming back to center, taking one squat, and then we'll widen our stance, heels in, toes out, coming into goddess pose. Join the palms together at heart center, and we'll lift our right heel, lower it down, and lift our left heel. Small movements, alternating from heel to heel, shifting the weight from one leg to the other, seeing if you can sink those hips back, a slight tuck of the pelvis so that we're protecting our lower back, core is engaged, working on getting a 90-degree angle between those knees, and we'll stay down and pulse, lowering both heels to the floor, finding length through the crown of the head, rolling the shoulders back, soften the jaw, stay down and hold, breathe through any tension. You can do this. One more breath, and heel toeing the feet together, coming into Tadasana. Well done, we have made it. Inhale, extend the arms overhead, joining the palms together. Exhale, lowering the hands to heart center. Thank you all so much for joining this 15-minute flow. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.